What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to Currently Building Generational Wealth Lifestyle. I am one of your hosts, the one, the only, the flyers on today. I am J.L. Bailey, and of course, God is the ultimate host. What's up, y'all? Happy Monday, happy Healing Monday, okay? Like, I got on my healing t-shirt today because that's what your girl is out here doing, healing one day at a time. You know, sometimes I'm up and sometimes I'm down, okay? But nonetheless, what's up, y'all? So I wanted to come on here, and I know that I did not do a video last week. Last week, I was out on vacation. Did I do one beforehand? I don't know, but I know I hadn't done I know I did not do a video last week or post anything last week on YouTube. So I was like, hey, let me go ahead and get that started. And plus, I am unboxing. I am unboxing my therapeutic coloring books. This is the biggest order of coloring books that I have ordered yet. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm like super excited about these and stuff. Like, oh. Yes, right. So here we go. So look at them, y'all. They are therapeutic coloring books, and they come with 30 coloring pages, and it also comes with 30 journal pages. Okay, so yes, so that's what I'm over here doing. I'm unboxing them, and I am unboxing them, and I'm counting them, and I'm putting them up on inventory. So, but while I was doing that, I was like, you know what? Let me make a YouTube video about marketing, right? And I kind of wanted to come over here and I wanted to talk about it on our on this page because I feel like you guys would get me when I start talking about marketing and marketing on social media and things of that nature, right? So, excuse me. This past week, was it this weekend? It was last week because I was off or whatever. I was on social media, I was on TikTok, and I came across lawn TikTok, LAWN, lawn TikTok, and I came across pond TikTok, where people cut grass and where people build ponds in people's yards, right? I came across who is it, Premier Ponds, and then I came across I think it was the cut. I can't remember who the lawn guy was, but y'all, I was so invested in their videos. I actually came across the guys that cut grass first, and then because I came across them first, and then I end up getting on pond TikTok, Premier Ponds, and I don't know how I got over there, right? But I was so invested in these guys and what they were doing. Like the guy, and so I was just like, so I started asking myself like a couple of questions, like, why am I so invested in these people TikToks when I don't have a yard to cut? I don't have a yard for a pond in the back. So why am I so invested? I mean, when I say I was invested, I mean I watched a lot of their videos. And so, like, I was just like, and they not so that made me think. That I really just began to think because I'm reading this YouTube video or whatever. I mean, not this YouTube video, but I'm reading this YouTube book. And so he was just saying, and like I've been doing this for a while. Like I don't necessarily on social media, I want to stop being such a consumer and I really want to start being more of a person that analyze social media and stuff like that. And so that's what I kind of did. After I consumed so much of their content, I stopped and I was like, wait, I started asking myself, why am I consuming so much of these people content, knowing that I don't have a yard to cut, knowing I don't have a pond in my yard or whatever? Like, why am I so consumed? Because if I had these things or yard, or if I had a pond, I would most definitely hire them. And so I was so consumed, I was just like, cause I started asking myself, like, nobody told me to buy from them. Nobody said, buy from me, buy from me. Nobody said that. All they was doing was number one, showing me their work. Number two, talking about who their employees is, right? So I end up taking notes because I end up asking, like, I had wanted to discuss it, and I want us to discuss it too as a group over here. Like in the comment section, y'all leave y'all comments and y'all let me know, right? So I end up putting it on Facebook or whatever, and I remember sharing with them. I was like, "Yo, this is like I really want to discuss it with people. I want to discuss it, I guess, with like people that understand and stuff like that, right? I don't want to say just business owners, but I feel like you're right. So this is what I put on Facebook. I said, what I said, help slash advice needed. This was on Thursday. So I said, so on Thursday I discovered lawn TikTok and pond TikTok. These are accounts of business owners who cut grass and create ponds in people's yard. When I tell you I'm fully invested in these accounts, I really am. Like I didn't watch pond, I didn't watch all the Premier Ponds videos. I done went back to the very first one or whatever. So then I was like, so after watching several videos, I began to process and analyze why I'm so invested into these accounts and how can I do this for my own social media. So this is like why it's so important for me to take a step back to analyze, to process why am I so invested and how can I do that on my own social media platforms. And I know that you're like, why does this even matter to me? It matters to you as like as a therapist because people will buy into what you're doing. They want to know what like now people want to know what you're doing. They want to know how you do it. Like they want to see you as a person, right? And so this, I came up with like 5 points that I gathered, right? I was like, here's what I have so far. This is kind of like what I see, and like this is my thought process. I was like, number one, a lot of the accounts are storytellers. Like a lot of people were telling stories, like especially with Premier Pun. Like he was like a real live storyteller. They're that person. And then number two, they provided education about what they were doing. Number three, because they did they will show you like, and this is it's mind boggling to me in a certain aspect because people are showing you what they're doing, right? And I guess this just, I guess it just goes to show you or whatever. Because I know some people be like, oh my God, I can't tell you what I'm doing because you're going to go and do it. You're going to go and do it like you're not going to hire me you know. But with these people, they were showing you how to do it, and they still was getting jobs. And that brought me to the conclusion of not everybody is like me. Like, and what I mean, not everybody is like me. If you show me how to do something, I'm gonna do it because you just showed me how to do it, right? But not everybody is like that. Everybody sometimes still wants you to do it. They just want to pay somebody to do the job even though so like that would really like that stuck out to me too as well. Like even though like not everybody is like me, I can go on YouTube and I can go and look at videos and how to do X, Y, and Z. A lot of the stuff that I do, I done found on YouTube or whatever, and then I go do it. But not everybody is like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people still want to pay you and you go do it. So I want to say that. Did you change monetization from 1K to 500 subscribers? Let's see. No, I'm still not monetized over here yet. I seen what you were talking about, like on the back end of my YouTube. I'm gonna have to go back and check and see. But because I want to kind of stay focused right here. So like that's number one, right? Like people still are going to, pay for services. Like people still are going to do that, and that's all right. So what else I seen? I was like number three, their employees have amazing personality and seem to love their job. At this point, their employees are characters in the story. Like I really like with Premier Pun, you got Premier Jake, you got Big Country, you have George, you have who is it? Premier, what's the Premier Michael? Micah is the owner of, like, do you see how invested I am in these people TikToks? Like, I mean, they have employees. And like their employees are funny. Their employees, like Big Country, he is known for the waterfalls. Like, it's a real live storytelling. Like, I really liked it or whatever. And then what else? Oh yeah, I put number 4. They're not saying buy my product or hire me to do the job. Like, they never said that in the videos. They never said hire me. They never said buy my product. And nothing like that. But people are still following them. And number 5, they're not selling you anything but just showing you. Like, that's all they're doing is showing you what they're doing, how they do their things, how they build their ponds, and I guess they're building trust in you. Building trust that you can trust them. Because I would really trust these boys to do my job. If I had a pond, I would really trust them to build my pond or to cut my grass. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the consistency in showing up is that they continue to build trust. So I'm sitting up there and I'm thinking, like, dang, like, how can I do that for my own practice or whatever? Like, how can I do that for me? How can I continue to build trust with people? You know what I'm saying? So, like, with social media and marketing, is so important that we continue to show up. And I know that sometimes even I myself, I can get discouraged with not showing up on social media. And I think one of my Facebook friends, she made a very good comment. I was just like, I needed to stay consistent with my social media and stuff like that. And she was just like, consistent posting on social media is not posting necessarily every day, all day, like people talk about. She was like, sometimes consistently posting, it looks like Thursday at 9 a.m. You posting. That's your consistency. That's you give people something to look forward to or whatever. And so, I was just like, they really make sense or whatever. So, like, that is I want y'all to take what I said. If you made it this far, right? I want you to comment in the comment section and let me know what y'all thoughts are. Let me know what y'all thinking. How can you apply this, or how can you apply this to your own practice, or how do you want to apply this to your own? If you got to practice your job, whatever it is that you're trying to do, like, how can you apply some of the things that I kind of like talked about? Like, how can you apply that to your everyday, whatever you're doing or whatever. So I don't know, like, y'all, it was very, 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 very eye opening. So much so to where it really has me thinking about what it is that I need to do, how I need to show up, continue to show up on social media, and what ways do I need to show up on social media. And then I'm reading this book by what his name is. Hold on, let me get it. All right, so I'm reading this book, the YouTube formula. Good, if you can get it right. How anyone can unlock the algorithm to drive views, build an audience, and grow revenue. Right. So I'm currently reading this book right here, and just I feel like so far it's good or whatever. It's just talking about how the guy ended up how he ended up helping people grow their own YouTube channels and stuff like that. And he's just talking about how growing your YouTube channel can also grow your revenue and things of that nature. And so for me, what I have to calm down and realize and figure out that although I'm not getting paid from YouTube right now, I still need to understand that I still can get paid from YouTube. Like I got it in a sense because I have been paid. Like people have hired me because of my videos, right? They came across Danielle, hey, I seen your video and stuff like that, or whatever. And so like it's still a way, even though I don't meet YouTube criteria just yet, or whatever. So let's see. The only person who's making money is the person selling their YouTube book. Hello, Kitty. They are. He making big time money. You like? I ain't gonna hold you. He making big time money about it or whatever. I think somebody I had seen one of the reviews that I read. They said that they was like he making money and just showing you and just telling you about how to because I guess for them the book wasn't helpful for them or whatever. But like so far the book is helpful for to me, and it was like other reviews who have said that the book has been extremely, extremely helpful or whatever. So like I am if it can help me with storytelling, like that's what I'm finna get ready to start really researching and really trying to understand how to master the art of storytelling through social media. Because I feel like once I master the art of storytelling on social media, that's it. That's it for your girl because that's where it's at. If you can understand how to tell a story, you got it. you know. So so yeah, I just want to come check in with y'all. I'll probably do another video later on this week of doing the check in about making an extra $1,000 a month. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I should have started that this month because let me say that I shouldn't have started that challenge this month, seeing that I was going to take a whole week off this month. Like, I was off last week. I was not worried about posting, no nothing. I did not. So like, I may fall short with making the extra $1,000 this month, but I'm getting back into it. And not only was I like off, I also was experiencing some symptoms of depression last week too. So like it was difficult. Like that's another thing with trying to be a business owner, trying to be an entrepreneur, and like I guess I want to talk to other entrepreneurs and see how are you handling slow season. You know what I'm saying? There's no shortage of people on YouTube selling their dreams for 19.95. All of them seem to be making 100Ks. You know, that's that's with everything and everybody. You know, we all got to learn some kind of way, and I don't mind paying here and there for because I think that even though people are for me, I'm not for me with buying the book and stuff like that. It's I'm going to take what you learned and what you taught, what you figured out. I'm going to take that and then I'm going to add it with my own spin. Like you still it depends on you, like you as a person, it's you. How can you take those gems and those nuggets, you know what I'm saying, how can you take the gems and the nuggets from what they are dropping in that book, and how can you apply it to yourself? Like at the end of the day, if people are not willing to really and truly work for what they want, like they not gonna reach it. Like this isn't a like this isn't a fly by night thing. This isn't I really think that a lot of people want a get get rich quick scheme. Like a lot of people want that. And when they're not getting rich quick or whatever, like this is why so many people buy into a lot of things and it fails because they really don't necessarily want to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? And so other people just tend to benefit or profit off of it. Um, because you didn't want to put the work in. Like, only way that this book could really and truly work for me is if I put the work in. If I read the book a lot, let's say that a lot of people that bought that book and probably ain't even reading it. I can't tell you how many books I done bought and haven't read it. I'm reading this one because of the simple fact of the matter is that I'm gonna get ready to go on the 75 hard challenge. And this just goes to show you that it's you the person. It's you the person. If you're going to be successful, how bad do you really and truly want it? Or whatever. Because I'm doing the 75 hard challenge today, right? I started today. I'm on day one. And what do you think of buying a building and renting out rooms for therapists, like temp rooms? I think that is I think that's I think that's a good thing. I think that you have to have a network though before you go into it. Like, I think that you really, really need to have a network. You really need to have a presence in your community. Um, like, we kind of just like, you really need to do a lot of work beforehand, so that way you can be like, I already have at least two or three people who are willing to commit. You know what I'm saying? Why willing to commit before you even have your building? Or either you need to go to different schools, or like, you really need to have a good network before you go and get that building and rent those rooms out. Because if not, you're going to struggle. Like, your building should damn near be rented before you even walk in there. Like, you should already have people under some type of contract or under some type of agreement. You know what I'm saying? Or either you have, like, I think it's called co-working space. You know, um, there's this where else? There's also another. I think another place down here where a group of therapists had went in together to rent a building. Like, they just all got their own individual rooms, but they don't. They're like they're individual practices. Like, they're not one practice. But I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's a good idea or whatever. But you have to have that strong network. Yeah, some therapies only needed for a day. But you get, like I said, you got to make sure you have a strong network before you venture off into it, and you kind of start struggling. But you're right. Some therapists do. They just need it for one day, a couple of hours. I seen some people rent their office out by the hours. You know, 2 3 hours here. If I didn't have my building, and you know what you also can do, you can how I got started is that I rented a room, right? I rented this room. Um, it was like an office building, and it had several different rooms inside. Each room was a different business. So I think that if I rented there, and it was like $175. Like, it was no money, right? You know what I'm saying? Um, but I think that for me, I had ended up doing this. Another girl, she was trying to start her practice, right? So she would rent my little one room. She would rent it out for a couple hours from me. So she would rent it out. So I mean, it was like I said, it was 175. Rent is 175 for me. And she was every time she would come and she would use it, she would pay about $40. I would just charge her $40, and she was using it a couple of times a week. So I mean, she was paying for it. And then, she was like, "Yeah, how much is this?" And because I'm not a person that is like gatekeeps. I was like, "It's $175." And she was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, it's $175." And so she was like, "Oh my God, like, for real? I can get my, I was like, "Yeah." But she ended up she went across the street from me, and she ended up getting this. She got a bigger room, but it was for 250. I like to tell people, crowd before you walk. Don't always think that you got to have the latest and the greatest. My little room was what you say, that model would probably work best in a big city like Atlanta or Miami. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it will work like that. But I think that that's a good way to make easy money. You know, I say that it's easy money, but it's a lot of work too at the same time, because if you want to make that a profitable side of your business or whatever, you're going to have that network. You know, you're going to have to show people what it is, you know, you're and things of that nature, because a lot of people not used to that or whatever. But yeah, so y'all, let's get to it. But what I was saying about the 75 hard challenge. Yeah. So like, I want to say this: a lot of the things that in life that we do, like it all depends on you as a person. Because if you've heard of the 75 hard challenge, like it's literally that. The guy named Andy Friselis, he gave it to people for free, right? He gave this challenge to people for free. It's 6 or 7. Let me see, because I got it. Because I'm gonna have to get ready to go. I'm gonna have to get ready to go walking. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's like 7 rules that you have to follow each day, right? So like this dude, let's just talk about, like, I think that we as therapists and all this other kind of stuff, we really need to look at other organizations and see how and what they're doing, right? So this dude was a big I guess he like a gym rat, I don't know, or whatever, but he came up with 7 rules that people can follow for 75 days to build mental toughness, right? And it's simple. He gave it away for free too, right? So it's, you know, you got to work out 2 times a day. One must be outside. You have to work out 2 times a day for 45 minutes. One must be outside. You need to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book, or a self-help book. You need to drink 1 gallon of water. Follow a diet. No cheat meals or alcohol for 75 days. Right? Like he gave that away for free. And this is what I said. If you really want it bad enough, it depends upon you. Like all he did was just give it away for free, and then it begins to be you as a person. Now you need to take these rules, if you want to call rules and guidelines, and apply it to your life in the best way you can. And so, with him creating this challenge, this dude has built a multi-million-dollar empire. He already was a millionaire already, but he didn't build a multi-million-dollar empire off of 75 dollars. And basically a lot of the challenge is free. It depends upon you. And how he ended up getting paid on the back end, he created merch, he didn't wrote a book, he created a water bottle, because you got to drink a gallon of water a day. So he created a water bottle, he created the app so that you can keep tracking of it. Like the challenge itself is free. He gave that away for free. But the surrounding things, I need $1 million. Me too. You know, like the surrounding things that he can sell to people to get people to buy into what he's talking about. Like the app. I personally need the app because it's a lot of steps in a day. So I like to see the steps checked off. The water bottle, of course, because a lot of people, you know, if you want to carry something cute, you might as well get a water bottle. He has t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? He got a t-shirt that say real AF, or he got a t-shirt that says 75 hard. Because once you do this challenge for 75 days, you're going to be super proud of yourself. Like I did this challenge back in 2021, and I was so freaking proud of myself because the transformation, not just, I know a lot of people like, oh, I'm doing it just to lose weight, but no, like the transformation mentally, physically, and spiritually that took place, you know, inside of me. Um, I was so proud of that. Like you can see it, and I was looking. And the reason why I decided to go ahead and start it back again, because I've been looking at pictures of myself during that time, like, and I liked what I saw. You know what I'm saying? I can remember the times where I was going to go walk. You know what I'm saying? Like God spoke to me a lot during those times when I was walking. You know what I'm saying? So I remember that, and I remember I went one day. I decided to change it up, and I went walking downtown. And I remember seeing videos about that. Like, so it was just like I was like, I remember telling myself, I thought I was in hell when I was doing the 75 hard challenge back in 21. Like, I was like, oh my God, I'm struggling, but I loved it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I decided to go ahead and start back again. And I'm waiting to go ahead and start and like enjoy the journey. Really came to life when I did the 75 hard challenge the first time, because the first time that I did a vegan diet. And I remember I was struggling, right? I was just like, oh my God, like I'm struggling with this diet. I don't know what to eat. And I think I probably was like, I was over. I think I was probably like towards almost like day 30 and I wanted to give up. And, or maybe it was 2 weeks into it. I can't remember, but it was early into it when I wanted to give up. And God was just like, enjoy the journey. And I was like, what? He was like, really take your time and really lean into this and really enjoy it or whatever, and learn from it, grow from it, experiment with different foods and stuff like that. Like, I mean, it was just so like that's why I'm kind of like back at it, back on it or whatever. So yeah, so I'm about to get ready to, after I finish counting up my coloring books. That's what I was supposed to be doing. I was supposed to be counting my coloring books, putting up inventory and stuff like that. Um, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get my evening walk in, go home, read my book, and I think that's gonna be day one. Yeah, that'll be day one. So nonetheless, y'all be easy, y'all be blessed. Let's go out here. Let's continue to help our clients. Let's continue to help ourselves. Make sure we're healing before any and everything else. All right. Nonetheless, love y'all.